Hello, Deanna here, and thanks so much for being here. Today's video is a book review, and the book I am reviewing is Trevor Noah's memoir, Born a Crime. This book follows the journey of Trevor Noah, written in his own words, telling us some of stories that he went through his life growing up in South Africa. And when he was born in South Africa, it was during a period when apartheid was part of the laws in South Africa, and it was literally illegal for a white person and a black person to have relations and have a baby. So he was a visual walking representation of his mother's crime, hence the title Born a Crime. So I read this book by audio version. So I had gotten it on Audible and I had listened to the narration done by Trevor Noah. Honestly, in my opinion, it is probably one of the best ways to enjoy this book. If you're able to get audiobooks and you can listen to audiobooks and you enjoy the format of audiobooks, I highly recommend listening to this. I was fascinated listening to him tell his story and having it in his own voice, with his candor and just the inflections in his tone, the wonderful, just incredible impressions he did, and the voices he did, the language he spoke. It was all just incredible to hear it from Trevor himself. So if you are able to do that, I do recommend it, because his humor and the fact he is a comedian just rang through this book so much. You could completely tell that he is a comedian and he is a very funny man. I love Trevor Noah and I was so happy to hear him share his story. And now this book, as you can see, I have a hard copy of this book because I loved his rendition so much. I loved the book so much. I laughed, I cried, and I learned. Growing up in Canada as a young girl, I didn't really know about apartheid. I didn't even know how to spell the word. I didn't even really know what it meant. I had no idea some of what was happening in South Africa while Trevor was growing up. And Trevor is about my age, give or take. So I didn't even realize that on the other side of the world, things like that was happening. I was very closed off and ignorant to that. And even as an adult, I didn't realize what apartheid even was. So that was definitely a failing on my part. Maybe my school system growing up, but it was just something that I had no idea. So to be able to hear it from someone who lived it is just fascinating and incredible, and something I really strongly encourage others to go out and learn more about what South Africa went through and some of the struggles they had to face and what Trevor himself went through, because as a colored boy in South Africa, he had quite a lived experience, and I am so happy that he shared this with us, and I had to get my hands on an actual copy of this book because I just loved it so much. I wanted to have this on my bookshelf and just even read it, because when I was hearing it, I didn't get to see some of it. So I was really interested how he leaves little bits of like history and knowledge and just information sprinkled throughout this book with a lot of his stories and just some of the fascinating things he has gone through. His mother is amazing. I don't want to cry, but his mother is fantastic and raised a pretty incredible young man, as she would very happily state to anyone, I'm sure, She is a force to be reckoned with, and I love her so much in this. And you can really tell how much Trevor loves and admires his mom too, as he talks about her and what she went through in her journey as well. So this is definitely a fantastic book. I laughed. There are literally some scenes in this, when I was listening to it, I would almost have to stop and like replay it because it just had me laughing so hard. Especially in the chapter Trevor Pray, that like practically brought me to my knees with laughter. Just little sweet Trevor as a little boy and what he went through with the prayer. If you've read this book, you might know what I'm talking about. It was a hilarious scene that he played, and just hearing it in his own voice would just, it had me just in stitches. So I love this book, love it. I love that he shared this story with us, and I am very happy to have read this and now own a physical copy. I am sure I am going to put the actual audiobook on and read it along with him, because just having it in his voice is awesome, but reading it on the page is always my love of how to consume books. So being able to read it along with Trevor is going to be pretty awesome to do. And I already have found myself, since getting this book, picking up and just reading little snatches here and there and snippets of his life. So I definitely give this one a 5 out of 5 stars. It is fantastic. I love it. Thank you, Trevor, for sharing your journey with us, and just thank you so much. All right, well, that will be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. As usual, I do also have a blog post about this book review, and I will go ahead and leave that down in the description below. So go ahead and check that out. If you like reading blog posts about book reviews, then go ahead and check that out. But other than that, that's it for me. Thank you so much again. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. Take care of yourselves. Thank you again for being here, and you will see me next time. Bye!